My husband and my son snuck out while I was sleeping and moved out. I obviously have been talking about what I'm going through on here a little bit. Honestly, I haven't even really began to dive into what has happened, but this morning I woke up. A little bit after I woke up, I realized my son's car wasn't here. And a little backstory, my husband has been living in the house. He's been living in the basement. We have a completely finished basement that's kind of like an in-law suite. So he's been living down there. I don't bother him down there. I probably see him maybe 10 minutes a whole day. The only thing I kind of asked was if he's coming and going to let me know when he's leaving so that I know who's in and out of the house, which I feel like is kind of reasonable. Like, I don't know where he goes half the time. Anyway, I noticed my son's car wasn't here and neither was his, but his usually isn't here in the morning. My son's car is always here. He almost never leaves the house unless he has class and he's still on break. So I texted my husband and was like, hey, where's our son? I assume my husband was at pickleball and would text me when he was done, except my phone started ringing almost immediately and it was him. And he then informed me that he and my son, while I was sleeping this morning, snuck and moved out.
Bro, do you know how bad of an individual you have to be for your husband to sneak and move out? You know what I'm saying? Think about that in real life. He know he can physically overpower you. You can't beat him up. None of these things. And he had to sneak and move, him and his son. And I'm assuming his son grown because you said that he was home from school and that he had a car. So I'm assuming maybe he in college or whatever. So your son up and left you too? Without saying nothing to you this, man, let's get up out this jam. Man, you got to be a messed up person, bro. Real talk. I hate to say it that way, but it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because this the thing. Men don't just up and uh say I'm going from a peaceful situation and not say nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm gonna inform the lady that I've been spent all these years with. I gave my last name to, who I done created a family with. At least we could sit down and talk about it. I understand that things ain't working out, but the last thing I'm gonna do is sneak and move away from you. So that let me know this, that if they had have told you, it probably would have been some big problems. You know what I'm saying? Probably would have tried to fight somebody. Probably would have been in an argument. Probably cut up some clothes. Maybe got them burnt some down or some. Called the police. Either way it go, it probably wouldn't have ended well. So and they probably knew that beforehand. So what they did was decide to move in silence. I'm gonna go and get on out that jam before, you know what I'm saying, she even wake up, because at the end of the day, she gonna come with hell if she wake up. So we gonna go and do it this way, and then we ain't got none of that to worry about. That's the only way I can see these men were thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to turn a child just flat against their mother unless something wrong with that mother, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, you know, relationships didn't work out or whatever, woo woo. You know, your husband living in the basement or whatever. You know, ain't no telling what really went on with that or whatever. But just for the son to do that too, that let me know something going on with the mother. But let's see if she'll tell it, and then we'll come back to it, bro.
Didn't tell me. Now, do I expect my husband to tell me that he's moving out? Well, I kind of expect him to tell me. If he wants to move out, he can move out. But I literally said something to him earlier this week where I was like, I feel like there's something going on that you're not telling me. And he's like, no, nothing. Why couldn't you just tell me? Why'd you have to lie? He knows I hate lying. It's like the universe's joke. I hate lying so much, and he's a pathological liar. I should have known. I was really hurt, actually, that my son clearly knew that this was happening and didn't say anything to me. Didn't say to his father, I feel uncomfortable being put in this situation. Maybe you should tell her the truth. And
my thing is this, like, obviously y'all was together for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? If that's his son and the kid probably in college, you know what I'm saying? Why you let all these years go by and just now deciding that you really didn't want to deal with him or whatever? I don't know how long he been sleeping in the basement, but why let all these years go by before now? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that man was probably sitting around trying, like most men do, you know what I'm saying, trying to make things right, hoping things would change. And then son got grown and he realized, like, well, you know, my son can take care of himself now. At the end of the day, I see things ain't gonna change. I've been hoping and praying all these years, but at the end of the day, I ain't got to worry about nobody being over my child because they able to defend for themselves or whatever. Woo woo. So now it's time to make my move. That's the only thing I can see that makes sense here. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see no other way making sense.
That he moved. Honest. Like, my son and my husband are close, but I don't know. I'm pretty hurt by it, actually. I'm really trying not to cry. Like, what kind of person does that? And like, I'm hurt by my son, but I can't really be mad at him because I know he was manipulated in the situation. I know that my husband probably presented it to him in a way where my son didn't realize he was being manipulated and felt like he had to make a choice. I'm sure my husband said, I'm moving out. Do you want to move out with me? Which then makes my son feel like he has to make that choice and make a decision instead of saying, I'm moving out. I'm just letting you know. Where then my son isn't put in that position to make a choice and can think about it and make a choice later, maybe have a conversation with me as well, instead of sneaking out while I was sleeping and not telling me. This is the kind of man that he is.
And another thing, did they move any furniture, TVs, or anything like that? Because how deep in a sleep you was for two dudes to move out? You know what I'm saying? They ain't take nothing with them. I'm assuming maybe clothes. That's the only thing I can see that they can carry out without even waking you up or making a lot of noise or something like that. Or you just a real deep sleeper. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the two.
This is exactly who he is. He is very sneaky. He lies about just about everything. It's just who he is. I had actually accepted that is who he is and just kind of ignored it and was just living with it for many, many years. But I'm still in shock. Like, I had a couple panic attacks. I've been crying. I've called my dad. Damn it. Like, when does it end? My whole life, my entire childhood was surviving abuse. My first marriage was living with somebody who wouldn't talk to me. And then the last 20 years have been me just trying to get through every day with somebody who clearly hates me. The hardest part is feeling a little betrayed by my kids. I don't want to be angry about it because I know that they've been manipulated, but it's still.
Yeah, she playing victim now, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who got common sense know something going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to take accountability for it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to believe that a man, not even just a man, because men do, but your child sided with the father and up and left the mama without telling her anything. That's hard to believe, bro. Somewhere down the line, both of them felt like either they was neglected, getting mistreated. You was just too much for them. Like I said, you brought hell with you every time you come around. And then it's just things that you probably need to fix about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because for a man to stick around, because I'm assuming the son between 18 20 years, so that man stuck around a long time. You know what I'm saying? He stuck around a long time. So him just up and leaving, it wasn't no split decision. That was something he thought about long and hard. He thought about this probably year after year after year. Just didn't bust a move because, like I said, he probably was afraid for somebody else to be over his child. You know what I'm saying? And now the child able to fend for themselves. It's like, what's the purpose of my me being here? You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna live the rest of my life in misery. All because they're saying I'm with this woman. You know what I'm saying? I tried year after year after year after year, and obviously she ain't gonna change. She ain't thinking about nothing we talking about. At the end of the day, she gonna keep doing it her way, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna do it your way, you're gonna do it on your time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do it your way over here with me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, because I look at this situation like this. It would have been over with a long time ago with me. Cause the moment I got to go sleep in the basement, bro, this relationship done. It's over with. Ain't no point in me. No, you probably not even call me your husband no more. For what? What is we doing? Fooling each other, or you talking about on paper? Come on, dog. We could go and get rid of that too. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, if I gotta go sleep in the basement of my own house, I'm pretty sure he was contributing financially. You know what I'm saying? And I still got to sleep in it. It's a problem with that, bro. I'm a man. I ain't finna go sleep in no basement, not in my own crib, paying for. That sounds stupid, right? So for a man to allow that and accept that, that woman had hell in her, bro. You know what I'm saying? For me to be paying the bills and willing to say, nah, I'm gonna go and sleep down in the basement. The hell with that. That woman brought hell with her, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether she admitted it or not, you know what I'm saying? And it shows between the son and the husband, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like I said, she could fix herself, look in the mirror, acknowledge your problems, try to change, and maybe you could have a better relationship in the future. If not, cause you could look for the same results out of every man you deal with, because at the end of the day, you're not willing to fix the problem, and the problem is you. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, bro. Wow.